Hey, this is 009 with race 11 of the Ivan Steelman's off-road series. This will be Crazy Ivan edition. So I created this race because I was in a crew and they wanted a bigger field of cars. So I found a way to make a 30 truck field and incorporated three tracks in the series. So race 1, race 2, and race 9. Are included in this. Certain elements, some of the more fun elements that I enjoyed. So this will be a longer track, the longest in the series. Bigger field, longer length, more fun. 5-minute average lap time. 10-time off-road champion Ivan Steelman has brought his Rebel Muddin International Series back to the swamp of Lagos and Kudo. Ivan has combined the best features of tracks 1, 2, and 9 for the ultimate Steelman experience. Track features 8 jumps, 4 are big splash landings. Tall lifted trucks only, bikes will sink in the deep water. 30 truck field. So I'm going to take us through 2 laps of this and give you some tips on how to drive it. So it starts off on the same sandbar as race 1, but we're going to go a little further up the road. You want to avoid those tents. Those tents do not move, so you will crash into them and have an abrupt flyover if you try hitting them. The ramping of racetrack 1 and immediately followed by the path of track 9. There's a little abrupt lip right there, so I put the ramps there to avoid hitting that. A little bit of a log slalom section. Going to take us around to a part of track 9. Come back around for the big signature jump of track 1. Want to go slightly easy through this section. It's real easy to spin your truck out. And this one, for the abrupt right hand uphill, you really want to slow down because you get twisted up and bogged down really bad if you try taking that with any speed. Here is a track 2 section in turn. Take us back downhill. Another track 2 ramp, only with a little bit more of a lip on it for bigger air and bigger splashes. It's going to take you a little right, a slight detour from the track 2 design, but more or less the same section. Try to stay on the shore. You can maintain more speed that way. Got a little off course. Slow down and get in the deep water of that jump. You will flood the engine. Here you want to lift off just a tad and line up with the ramp, or you will hit the palm tree. Hard brake when you come down off here, so you can try to avoid hitting the barriers. A new section and ramp here. Look, I have to slow down for that little zigzag section or you wind up smacking right into the tree. This brings us back around to a portion of track 1. This familiar uphill climb. And now instead of wrapping back around to the right, we can go on this new ramp section. When I created the series for the PlayStation 3, I only had the normal ramps and I could never cross this big body of water. But now on the PlayStation 4, I can get plenty of air and plenty of distance to get over that section of water. Really want to kind of ride the shore here as much as possible, maintain the most speed. Just nipped the logs a little bit. To get bigger air this time, I added a little extra to the ramps, made them double long. I noticed it tended to hinder the insurgents. For some reason, they don't want to get as much air off the more curved ramping system. This jump here in particular, they totally botch it and land up in the ravine, which is fine by me because this track is not meant for insurgents. Oh, and that's what happens when you don't line up properly. But the insurgents come out a lot worse. They totally missed that ravine jump, so it's kind of you get more air with the rebel trucks, more distance off the jumps, and it's helped me catch up to the insurgents in their superior acceleration when I was in races with them, beating them with the Rebel truck. Brawler is a good one here too. I mean, you're going to be faster, obviously, but you just have to deal with the poor braking. But I was beating Brawlers too in public races, just with my Rebel. If you know the track well and you don't make any mistakes, you can hang with a Brawler. And that is Ivan Steelman's Off-Road 11. There are now 11 tracks in the series. If you go to the social club and search hashtag Ivan, I-V-I-A, no, I-V-A-N, sorry, you can find the other tracks in the series, and maybe now there'll be more than 11.